Festa is officially here. The family photo is up, and Swim just locked a fourth straight #1. We've got a lot to cover today.
I called the June 4th family photo on Monday, so let me enjoy this for exactly 1 second before we move on.
You earned that. I'm Liz, he's Joey, this is BTS Daily, and today we're on the Festa launch, the Billboard double record situation, the Singapore presale fallout, and an RM interview that changes how this reunion came together.
Yeah, the RM piece is the one. The chart numbers have been wild all week, but that interview is where everything tilts.
From K-Soul at allkpop.
BTS is celebrating their 13th anniversary with fans and has officially launched their 2026 Festa family photos. On June 4 KST, the global K-pop act released a new set of family photos showing their resilience as a group, exuding warmth and love for one another. This marks the group's first anniversary celebration with all 7 members reunited after their military service.
Haha, on June 2, I said the June 4 family photo was the one I needed. First full group shot since everybody got back. And here it is, real. And yes, it broke the internet exactly the way I thought it would.
The theme is 13 BTS, and this is the official Festa launch, all 7 reunited. It's the tradition every year, but this year it means something different.
Because RM told Midday the members were in tears at a 2024 pre-reunion gathering. They were really struggling to hold it together mentally. And now you look at this photo and it lands so differently. That warmth had a cost.
Yeah, that changes a lot. When 13 Goes Beyond Completion first came out, it read like campaign language to me. Now there's real, sourced emotional weight behind it, and I'm giving that more credit.
According to the latest Billboard chart dated June 6, BTS ranked #1 on the global exclusive US chart with Swim, the title track from their 5th full-length album, Arirang. The song has now maintained the top spot for 4 consecutive weeks. The achievement marks the group's longest-running #1 song of the year.
Swim is now at 4 consecutive weeks at #1 on Billboard Global Exclusive US. That matches the run BTS had with Dynamite in 2020, so they've tied their own all-time record for the longest #1 run this year.
And Arirang is also sitting in the Billboard 200 Top 10 for 10 straight weeks at the same time. 2 chart records at once in Festa week. I called the family photo for today. I did not call this statistical chaos, and I'm offended by how accurate it is.
Swim is climbing on Global 200 too, up 6 spots to #4. So this isn't holding, it's speeding up. Pop airplay at 13, adult contemporary at 17, radio songs at 25. The radio reach on this is real.
And here's the part that resets everything for me today. RM's midday interview just dropped, and he says the members were in tears at a 2024 pre-reunion gathering, really struggling to hold it together. These chart numbers aren't just a comeback story. They almost didn't get back to the room.
Haziq Sukri, Bonnie Kaur, writing in CNA Lifestyle.
The first day of ticket pre-sales for K-pop superstars BTS's upcoming Singapore concert kicked off at 12 p.m. on Wednesday, June 3rd, with queue numbers in their 10,000s. Many members of the CNA Lifestyle team took part in Wednesday's pre-sale, which was open to fans who held an official ARMY membership from fan platform Weverse.
Okay, so I called it on June 2nd. Singapore was going to be chaos, and CNA Lifestyle just brought the receipts. VIP seats vanished in 10 minutes for some fans, while others were stuck in 5-figure queues watching the clock. That's the Melbourne split playing out live, exactly the pattern I flagged.
There are 4 dates at the National Stadium, December 17th, 19th, 20th, and 22nd, and the pre-sale opened at noon yesterday. The 10-minute VIP window is real, but let's be clear, that's what happens when global demand runs into a venue with fixed capacity.
The frustrating part is the queue split. Some people got in fast, some people got nothing. That's not just disappointing, it's the same infrastructure question from Melbourne that nobody's answered yet.
I'd ease off a little on calling the slow queue a system failure. High-demand pre-sales do this. The real story is that demand is outrunning the setup, and 4 Singapore dates apparently still aren't enough runway. Midday writes,
BTS leader RM revealed the members were in a difficult mental state before their reunion, with emotional conversations and tears marking a 2024 gathering. He said the experience strengthened his resolve to keep the group united as they prepared for their comeback.
RM went on Weverse and talked about a 2024 gathering at Jimin's home after Jin finished his service, where the members were in tears. That's not a vague, it was hard statement. That's a specific room, a specific moment, straight from him.
Okay, so I've been framing this whole comeback as 13 goes beyond completion and saying there was real weight behind it. And RM just confirmed there was a room in 2024 where they were all crying and didn't know if they could hold this together. That changes everything.
What lands for me is that RM said it strengthened his resolve to keep the group united, which means there was a moment when that wasn't guaranteed. Arirang doesn't exist without somebody deciding to fight for it in that room.
And now think about what Jungkook was doing in that same window, quietly stacking solo milestones, one after another. I read it as chart movement then. Now I hear it as somebody holding on while the group figured out whether there was still a group to come back to.
According to Billboard on May 31st local time, Arirang climbed to number 9 on the chart with 41,000 equivalent album units during the week ending May 28th. The album has now spent 10 consecutive weeks in the top 10, making it the first album by a Korean artist to achieve this milestone on the Billboard 200.
10 consecutive weeks in the Billboard 200 top 10. That's the confirmed Billboard number as of May 31st, with 41,000 equivalent album units for the week ending May 28th, and a number 9 finish. No Korean artist has ever held that floor for 10 straight weeks. That's the record.
And I said on Tuesday the floor was going to hold, and it held. 10 weeks. But here's what hits different today. RM just gave that interview about members breaking down in 2024 and wondering whether they could even get back here. Those 41,000 units in week 10 are coming from an album that almost didn't exist.
That reframe is real. The chart story was always biggest sales week for a group in over a decade, debuted number 1, held for 3 weeks. But if the people making it were in tears a year before release, trying to hold the group together, week 10 lands in a completely different place.
And Swim is sitting at 4 straight Billboard Global Chart number 1s right now. 2 separate records running at the same time, during Festa week, the same week the family photo dropped. I called the photo on June 2nd, and it's here. The math on this week is genuinely unhinged.
If BTS Daily Podcast is part of your routine, tap subscribe wherever you're listening, and leave a quick review if you can. It helps more ARMY find the show and keep up with the updates that actually matter. If you want to go deeper on anything we covered today, we've put the relevant links for every story in the show notes. Tap through to the ones that caught your ear. That's BTS Daily Podcast for this Thursday. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next time. This is a Lantern Podcast.